Onto this chart, we can clearly see that price has taken out the major inducement and reversed back, breaking past the swing low, making a valid break of structure to the downside. That is a bearish break of structure. And of course, this one here is the recently formed valid pullback and on our trading range. So this one here will make the minor inducement, and if that's the minor inducement, then this means that our external liquidity will now be our major inducement. Of course, our extreme order flow will be there, and you can clearly see that price failed the you can clearly see right here price failed the reaction on the extreme order flow and extended further towards the major inducement, took it out, and now gave that ultimate reversal towards breaking past our swing low. And if you're still doubting if this one here is a liquidity run or a liquidity sweep, we can quickly confirm that using the RSI. All right, so let me introduce the RSI. Exactly right here on our RSI and on price. So if I do this and get rid of this, we can clearly see that price was making higher highs, while on the other hand, the RSI was making lower low. So this means that this was a liquidity sweep rather than a liquidity run. All right, so getting rid of the RSI, it has done its purpose now. Let's get back to price. We can clearly see that we are now in a new trading range, and all right, let me indicate this, or let me mark the bearish break of structure. Of course, it was from there all the way there, and this means now we are currently in a new trading range, and yeah, ranging from this high. Let me use the markers as usual, ranging from that high all the way to this low right here. Right, so let me indicate this right there. So this means that this one here is our major inducement. Without even extending the chart, that's our major inducement. And this one here, of course, it will be a weak POI right here. So that's a smart money trap or a weak POI, a weak order flow. So I'll use this color to represent weak order flow, and extending now onto our trading range. Of course, right here we can clearly see the trading range ranging from that high all the way to this low. You can clearly see that this one here is now the swing that caused the break of structure. And if you have watched my previous updates, we say that this here is now the decisional order flow because it is the one that caused the break of structure. And at the same time here, we can clearly see that this one here is the extreme order flow exactly right here, and it's not mitigated, so that means it's valid. So that's the extreme order flow exactly right there. And if I am to mark the order blocks, of course I'll be starting with this one here. I can see that this here is the order block, the decision order block, and I'll be using this color to represent the order block, the bearish order block. So that's the decision order block, and this one here is the extreme order block. So let me zoom so that you guys can clearly see what I'm marking. Right, so you can clearly see that there, that's the extreme order block. All right, so where is the engineering liquidity? Of course, the engineering liquidity, it will be this high here. So that's the engineering liquidity. And yeah, so now we have marked our chart, and right now let's see where price will be making the reversal from. Is it on the decisional or on the extreme? Right here, I'm not anticipating any sell. Right here, I will not be taking any sell because this is a weak POI. I'm only interested for sales once price interacts or once price shows some reaction from this decision order flow or the extreme. All right, so let's run price and see what price unfolds. And exactly right here, you can clearly see that price disrespected the decisional. There was no any reaction seen here. But something interesting here, we can clearly see that price has taken out the engineering liquidity. Exactly right here, after price has taken out the engineering liquidity, it gave a bearish reaction. And upon seeing this, that's when now you shift to the lower time frame to secure high RR, or you can just take the entry based on the same time frame. So if I was to take the entry based on the same time frame, I would wait for price to create a second leg, and you can clearly see right here, this is the second leg exactly right there, and my stop loss some few pips above, and of course you'll be targeting the external liquidity. And that's when now you set and forget and wait for price to do its thing, right? And exactly right here, you can clearly see that price is heading towards the external liquidity. So let me make it fast. All right. So exactly right here, you can clearly see after that, price headed out to the external liquidity. So let me pause it, and you can clearly see that price is heading towards the external liquidity. And exactly right here, right, price takes long. Of course, this here is right, and ultimately price made it out to the full TP. And so if you guys would want me to create a full top down of a trade starting from the higher time frame all the way to the lower time frame, then let me know in the comment section, and I'll do that on the next breakdown. And so as usual, if you have learned something, do me a favor, drop a like, and see you in the next video.